Okay, what keep in mind is here. He speed up that point.
Things to keep in mind are that informal forms in conversation, particles are often dropped in general in Japanese, right? But in informal conversation, they're dropped a lot. And you can really experiment with like what you drop to see how it works. Certain things can never be dropped. I can't think of a good example off the top of my head right now, but certain like ni is often not dropped when you're talking about going someplace, stuff like that. But in general, there's a lot of dropping, especially the o particle, the wa particle, and the ga particle. There's no ka at the end of questions. Usually, is rising in tone at the end of a short form to indicate that you're asking a question. In written Japanese, you'll just have a question mark instead of the comma marker. The da, I mentioned this earlier, it's dropped after adjectives and nouns in spoken conversation, except for when you use the ending particles like yo and ne or yo ne. Then you have to have da, like kire da yo ne. Kire yo doesn't work. It needs to be kire da yo. Okay, so that's important. And instead of the words hai and iie, you're generally going to use things like and Those are much more common in informal Japanese. E and e is sometimes used, but those are also kind of formal. If you don't know e, it means yes. Just because someone uses informal language with you does not mean that you should use it with them. It doesn't mean that you're in a position to use it with them. Now, as a foreigner
Good. Oh, as a foreigner, listen.
learning Japanese, you generally get a pass. If you use informal Japanese with someone you maybe shouldn't be using it with, most people don't mind. So don't worry.
Don't worry too much. Okay, let's take a look. This his point. So first, particles drop. Explain.
Okay, so when it comes to informal speech, we often drop uh, particle, but so but uh, some some particle you can't drop it. So for example, so あげる くれる もらう so received something or so give something, so you don't omit part you can't omit particle because so direction
Yeah.
you,
So
you,
let's see.
you
リンゴ
can't
食べますか？リンゴ食べますか？ Short form.
リンゴ食べる
We never heard like リンゴ食べる The more it's if I
リ
explicitly
ンゴ
say,
食べる
yeah, リンゴ食べる So all is never here, right? リンゴ食べる
うんうん
水飲むテレビ
うん
見る All
う
never
ん
here. All never here. How about give this リンゴ to あずみあずみにリンゴあげてください
うん
Make it short form.
あずみにリンゴあげてください。
あげて So, this is the particle Yukiko mentioned you cannot
あ、
drop.
うん。
Azumi's
OK。
direction. Ni particles, this direction job super important. So, Azumi agete is weird. Or more like you are the Azumi. You are given the order, kind of sounds like. So, Azumi ni agete without ni particle, like sentence doesn't work. So, this ni you
Yeah.
cannot omit.
So for example, あずみがリンゴをあげる。あげ、あ、で、あずみからリンゴをあげる。
The
とか、
preposition also you cannot drop. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why you can't omit.
Very good. Okay. So next one, car questions particle. How do you have to treat it?
Oh, question particle. We don't use car particle in
Okay.
formal speech.
No need.
No, no need, no need. But so okay, instead of car, maybe instead of car, we need to say, we need to change intonation, rising intonation
Very good.
of the sentence.
Okay. Okay, let's see. リンゴ食べますか Casual.
リンゴを食べる
Okay. Yes, I often use this one. So, you know that you're gonna extend the last syllables. You just speak the last syllables vowel, which is 食べる. And you're gonna extend like this, go up. リンゴ食べるリンゴ食べる水飲むテレビ見るあずみさんのストリーミング見る So, yeah, we extend this vowel a lot to use rising intonation. Of course, without sound, you cannot make rising intonation. So you have to pick the vowel you can make rising intonation. はい、リンゴ食べる It's very important. For example, あずみさんは先生ですか Make it short form.
Okay. あずみさんは先生
Yeah, you see? Yukiko extended the last syllables. E, written E, but verbally E. So, sensei.
先
That's
生
it. Yeah,
先
that's
生
really
あ
true.
OK
あずみさんは先生あずみさんは日本人ですか
日本人日本
あずみ
人
さん日本人 A little bit difficult here. あずみさん日本人
difficult for runners? I don't know.
あずみさん日本人いや、あずみさん日本人はい。ゆきこさんは英語を話しますか Make it short form.
Okay. ゆきこさん英語話しますか
Make it short
Okay.
form
英語
first.
話す英語話す
You got it? Let's move on. Drop that. Okay. What is this?
Yeah.
This means あずみさんは日本人だ。We never say that. So あずみさんは日本人 period. ゆきこさんは先生だ。We don't say that. ゆきこさんは先生。Usually. Of course, we have occasion we have to use. That's why it exists. But don't worry about it for now. Okay, the last one. はい、いいえ。はい、what you have to do.
Okay. But what do you think? But so
Expect?
when you use よね except when you use よね So, いや、ゆっこさんは先生だよ
Oh, okay, sorry. You're gonna still here. Oh yeah. So, あずみさんは日本人日本人 But, remember earlier Yukiko said, she added yo. So, for Japanese people, actually, informal speech, when it comes to informal speech, it's not so many. We finish sentence here, 日本人. We rather add ending particle. But if we want to feel like add ending particle, 例えば、よ。あずみさんは日本人. Then you feel like to use your particle. And what you have to do?
日本人だよ
If you want to say 日本人 plus ね particle, what you have to do?
日本人だね
So this is occasion you gonna use that. So it's not straightforwardly you can, recognize that is always dropped. It's not. And when it comes to informal speech, it's super important. You will be able to manage this ne, yo, na, ending particle. Because this is the reason. We usually put ending particle in formal speech. Like super high chance. Like much higher chance than the how much we use in formal speech. Yeah. So if we say so, like using that is more chance because if sentence consists of noun or non-adjective, we have to always use da. だね。だよ。だよね。だな。So it's not so. If at this point, actually, yeah, dropping that is how often occur is like how much you can utilize ending particle like natives or not. Alright. Let's see. It's difficult. はい、いいえ。What you have to do?